Why does it not look like it's working? We running? Oh, we are up and running. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. My name is Mike. Just making sure that I get all of my all the stuff up so I can see exactly what's going on. In case you guys are trying to chat. Looks like that's working fine. I got Twitter, excuse me, I got Twitch over here. I've got my YouTube chat over here. Should be over here. And then we're going to, I'm also streaming live to Twitter, which is a new thing for me. But we're going to go ahead and do, this is the second time I've streamed live to Twitter. We're going to go ahead and do new game. It's new game 3. We're going to do chapter 3 walkthrough. I'm going to use the black steel cutter blade +10 with the Salamander Dagger handle. It's kind of like, it's late game, right? Like you can't, actually it's new game. It's more like new game. You can't even really run this setup. I wouldn't recommend running this setup until new game plus, because it's tough unless you're going to respec, right? Unless you're going to respec. I guess you could respec into advanced, but it's tough to have advanced stats in your first playthrough game, like brand new game. So anyways, we're here at Vanini Works. This is the, you come over that scaffold there from the other side, and then this is the very first stargazer here in Vanini Works. So let's sit at it, and then we'll start from here. Make sure that I've got my right weapon set up. That's the acidic great curved sword blade, which is great, but I actually have 3 different setups with the Salamander Dagger handle. We're gonna go ahead and use the black steel cutter blade. I also like the acidic crystal spear blade. Dang, I almost want to run that one. We're gonna run that one for a bit, but then we'll switch over to the other one. I'm also running the Fulminous because I never ran the Fulminous, which is that electric one. We're gonna run that one today. I usually run the Falcon Eyes, which shoots bullets, pow, 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 or I run the Puppet String, which is dope because you can pull enemies to you, you can jump to enemies, fly up in the air, crash down on their head, you can dodge. I think the best one is probably that one. I like the Puppet String, but that's why we're going to use Fulminous. I've dominated the game with Puppet String already. So anyways, here we go. Let's start it off. This is, it says Electric Blitz is effective for subduing puppets. Get out if you're not a stalker. Stalkers here at Vanini Works. So we have 2 different directions we can go. The first time I played through, hey, what's up? Oh yeah, that sucks. How is the stream coming on here, Mata? Is it working here? So what you could do, you could go down this way, and I did originally. I came this way. I thought this was the right way to come through, but it's definitely the harder way to get through. And I'll show you why. Holy sh! I almost died. Oh, he got his health back. What's up with that? Man, that guy's murking me. Alright. There we go. So yeah, you could go this way, but here's the problem with going this way. If you go this way, first of all, you gotta fight those 3 jerks. But then the only direction you can go is down here, and if you go down there, all of that water is polluted, and it's like acidic. It messes you up. So the whole time you're down there, you get status. I thought this is the way you had to go. When I first played the game, you don't know how many times I climbed down this ladder and tried to fight that fucking monster in there. That big ass puppet, before I realized that's not the correct way to go. You should not go that way. Don't go that way. But I didn't know. I went that way. I died so many times going that way. We're gonna show you the correct way to go. What you really want to do is not use this dagger. I'm not going to use this dagger. We're going to use the one I wanted to use, the steel cutter blade. This is a much better weapon for here. It's a great sword blade with a dagger handle, but this is the correct way to go. You want to go up this ladder here. Stairs. You want to go up these stairs here. And I'll show you how we get back over there. That path there is the path through. We're going to drop down here. Just like a hidden area. Not that hidden, but semi-hidden, right? It's a little bit hidden. You drop down. Get your eagle on. Man, almost dead. It's not good. Bandages. There we go. Let's rip out this thing. Oh, that's where you get the Salamander Dagger. Perfect. It's great because I use this handle on so many different weapon types. I like the moveset that you get with the Salamander Dagger handle. Hey, see you later, Mata. I'm gonna be in probably Motorsport or Horizon later. I'll hit you up, man. I'm only gonna be here like an hour and a half, I think. I'm just gonna reset here because I've already wasted so many pulse cells, but we're gonna go that same direction without dropping down that way. We're gonna do the path the way you're supposed to do it, which is this direction. This is the way you should be doing Chapter 3. I mean, it's not a bad thing to do what I just did. At least you pick up a few things before you start your path here.
Ugh, this place gives me the creeps. It's like something's gonna jump out any second. It's okay, pal. Gemini's looking out for you.
So this ground here will break if you walk across it. We're gonna jump. Ah, I didn't make it. It's a trap. Gank. You get ganked if you fall in there. Can't gank me, I'm anti-gankable. I'm ungankable, you gankers. I invented the gank, man. You can't gank me. Oh, and this mask that I'm wearing, you get this mask in this area as well. Belford shock cartridge. So anytime they give you something like that, it's usually an indicator that you're going to need it later in the map. So we're going to go ahead and switch to the best shock disruptor that I've got. Shock, I think the arch shocks are the best ones. A lot of disruption, arch disruption, Belford arch shock. So maybe it's the arch shock is the best one. A lot of shock. I keep saying shark. It must be that one. A lot of shark too. Yeah, that's the best one for shock resistance. Okay. Just good habit to make sure you got, if they give you something with, let's say, resistance to shock, resistance to fire, just make sure you put the best one you've got in. That's my advice. Unless it puts you overweight, that's always an issue. Especially early in the game. When you get to like playthrough 2 or 3, it's tough to get overweight. It's really easy to stay. No idea why those crash test dummies are so strong, but they are. And none of them are susceptible to fire. This fire is actually for much better against, like, not puppets. Puppets are susceptible to electric. Fire is really good against, I guess humans and carcass monsters are really susceptible to fire. That's right, we'll make it work. Factory manager's report, dear Mr. Vanini's. Per your orders, I conducted a quality investigation on the ergo supplied by the alchemists. Of course, it was done secretly. Certainly the quality of Ergo was getting worse over time, I don't doubt the alchemist, but the decrease in quality is too widespread to call it a coincidence. At this rate, this quarter's puppets will have a high chance of defects. The most important thing is the quality of Ergo after all. According to a reliable source, the high-level alchemists are running Ergo production experiments lately using another method. Personally, I think their secret experiments have something to do with a decrease in Ergo quality. Are they wringing out the bodies of discarded puppets in the barren swamp or something? Anyway, I recommend approaching them carefully instead of complaining to them. Manager of factory number 1, Nicola. So I started reading. Once I played the game a few times, I wanted to reread the story of Pinocchio, and I'm not sure I actually ever read The Adventures of Pinocchio, but I went out and I bought The Adventures of Pinocchio by Carlo Collodi, and I'm going to point out some of the things that you do here in the game. And how they relate to the book. There's a lot that they do in the game. Ah, you dick. Damn it, didn't time that right at all, did I? Oh, that worked his ass. That didn't work. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with this weapon, the Fulminus. I don't ever use it. Works well though, if you can figure out how to hit him with it. Alright, let's get in the right direction. How's this quality? It looks pretty good. Darkness of the stream isn't too much, so, which is always a potential problem with these Souls games. They're always so dark. But it actually looks pretty good in the stream, so I'm gonna not worry about that too much. So the first thing that I would call out, that I would like to bring attention to, so the writer of The Adventures of Pinocchio, his name is well, it's Carlo Collodi is the name that he uses to write the book, but that's actually a pen name. His pen name is Carlo Collodi. His real name is Carlo Lorenzini, and in the game, two of the prominent names in the game that they use a lot is Carlo and Lorenzini. In fact, well, this is P, right? It's Pinocchio, but when he was alive, he was called Carlo. So that's Carlo, and then Lorenzini is Vanini's first name. This is the Vanini factory. It's Lorenzini Vanini. So Carlo and Lorenzini are both prominent names throughout the game, and that's just the name of the person who wrote The Adventures of Pinocchio. He went under Carlo Collodi, but his real name is Carlo Lorenzini. Interesting little factoid for you there. So what we're going to do, when we come back, I'm going to go up that ladder on the left, but now we're going to go clear out outside here. I think I kind of hate the... Oh, you jerk. I kind of hate that Legion arm. Especially compared to the puppet string. Puppet string is so good. Even Falconize is a lot better than this one, I think. I mean, it works well, but I just don't like the The moveset isn't great, right? You have to get right up on everybody to use it. Bitch. Jesus, I'm getting my ass handed to me. I've got everything set up on my extra belt. If you hold A, press up as the pull cells, right will clear things like corruption, down will clear the other statuses like shock, I think, and then left is my wish stone. That's what happens when I hold A. The rest are consumables, throwables, and consumables. That way I never have to hunt for, like, my pulse cells. If I need them, I know exactly where they're at. Immediately, it's A up. Just like that. Immediately know where it's at every time. Under pressure, I know where it's at. I never have to look for it. Man, 40 grand to upgrade one level right at this point. So I said we're gonna go up the left one. Shit, we could go that way too. I forgot about that. Alright, let's clear this way first. We're gonna actually go... Gonna wait for that flaming ball of puppets to come through and follow it down. There's a guy right there. No, get out of the way, man! You're gonna get us both killed. Oh man, I almost did die for real. Alright, now we gotta work our way back up there. Yeah. I like that, buddy. Haha! Indiana Jones, them bitches. Alright, so we're gonna keep working up that way, and then I'll come back to this. Actually, this is kind of useless for right now. We don't need this path at all. I think... Hold on a second. I think it just takes us back to where we were. Yeah, this is... takes us back to where we were. This is where we were. That takes us... If you go this way, it takes us out to that... that place with that puppet down there. We're not going to go down there just yet, but we are going to take that, put that ladder down there. We're not going to go fight him just yet. Now, you could go... You can't go in there, but we're going to come out there in a little bit. I'll show you how to get there. We're going to keep working this way. Ah, crap. Like that, Eskimo. I was going to call him an A-word, but... kind of sounds like Eskimo. Starts with an A, ends with hole. And there's the fire axe blade, fire axe handle, which I've never even... I got one upgraded, but I've never even used that weapon. Okay, so this is great. This is actually where we wanted to get to. Up that way you find Vanini. We're going to go this way and keep working the rest of the map before we head to the end of it.
Admirers seem to follow me everywhere.
Okay, now in the books, The Adventures of Pinocchio, the fox and the cat, they are always trying to trick Pinocchio. I haven't actually read the whole book. I'm halfway through it. It's like 200 pages. I'm like page 100. They've been complete assholes to him the entire time. They tried to kill him. They tried to rob him. So let's talk to these fox and the cat.
Pleased to see you, my stalker friend.
You made it all the way here unbothered by ruffians. You've got talent. I've never seen you before, but who cares?
This may well benefit our former client. Did you catch that subtle whiff of money in the air? Moneybags himself, Lorenzini Vanini, is inside this factory this very moment.
You caught us on our return trip. We had to deny his ridiculous request in person just to be sure it wasn't a joke. All we could do was laugh.
Keep your whiskers up if you're heading in there. He is the richest man in Krat. Or so they say. Who knows? Maybe he's handing out bags of money to lift his spirits.
Ha! That seems unlikely. No way are we doing that.
Well, anyhow, best of luck. Best of luck to you.
Are you carrying the latest edition of Vanini's Landmark Guide? It's the most popular non-fiction work in Krat these days. Maduro wrote the actual guide, but Vanini published and financed it. It goes for a premium at the shop, but Maduro might not get his cut. He went missing recently, which of course made that volume more popular than ever. If you can get all 3 volumes collectors want, then you can get 4. No, 5,000 for it at the shop. But you're in luck. I have a conscience and a powerful sense of self-preservation. I'll let this one go for 500. That's a good investment. Don't sleep through it. You'll wish you had this, and the price is a steal. Let me know if you have any interest.
We have no interest. The cat is a liar. He's not your friend.
You'll wish you had this, and the...
He pretends to be blind in the books. He's always copying what the fox says. Fox will say something, cat will repeat it. Just, they're bad news in the books, at least as far in the books as I've gotten. Hey, buddy. What you doing? These things are actually tough, the crash test dummy looking ones. They hit hard and they don't stun easy. No, obviously we can't move through those. The only ones we can move through have red buttons on them. If you were doing a speed run or whatever, you wouldn't go this route. We're not doing a speed run. Like this route entirely is like for extra stuff. Oh no! That's what happens when you're on New Game 3 or whatever. That's irritating, huh? But no worries, we can get there very fast. You go the wrong way. Yeah. No. Oh shit, I got hugged. I don't think I'm familiar with that move. Alright, so our goal is to actually get through this red tunnel. Well, for now. The main goal for this is like, doesn't have anything to do with the main goal for this chapter. You could totally skip all this if you wanted to, but say you want to get all of the quartz that you can, this is the best way to do that. And I'll show you why here shortly. When you kill that big monster in the green sludge, the ultimate robot or whatever it's called, the robot of tomorrow it's called. When you kill that thing, you get quartz. So this is the easiest way to kill that thing. Come on now, get it. Alright, now that's what we wanted to do right there. Pull that lever. Walk right past the cat.
Best of luck to you.
The fox.
You wish you had this.
We'll buy that shit from him. He wrote it himself. That's where we've already been. Where we want to go is up here. Oh, but this is what I want to show you. See, we pulled that lever. Now there's none of that sludge down there. Now we can go down there and we can fight that thing. And we can also get that stuff that's down there in the sludge easier. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just skip all this for now. Pull this handle.
Oh, fantastic. The pipe fit like a glove. Well, like a pipe that fit. Idioms, you know?
Get out of there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up here.
Those stalkers just left me. That's rather disloyal. Quite insulting.
And we're gonna catch that. It says warning, beware when handling corrosive chemicals. Be careful not to melt your fingers. We're gonna go up there. That's Vanini. We're gonna talk to Vanini, but we're gonna use that Stargazer as our next area that we're gonna work out from. We're gonna go clear that puppet downstairs, things like that. But we're gonna do it
Just left me.
from here.
That's rather disloyal. Quite insulting. Oh, easy now. Don't need to kill me. Surely we can discuss this like reasonable people? Hold on. Geppetto's a friend of yours. Did he send you? I'm fine. Please, help me find my butler Pulcinella. He's
Pulcinella's
a puppet
a puppet
and a
in
friend.
the story as well.
Those stalkers were supposed to be working for me, but
He works for the
well, they bolted and left me to my
puppeteer?
fate. That was not helpful. My butler went to barricade the back door, and I haven't seen him since. Pulcinella has been a loyal companion. I'd hate to lose him. The factory is, of course, my priority. We must take it back. But please, keep an eye out for my butler. I'd consider it a personal favor and owe you in kind. Before all this chaos, Fuoco was the puppet in charge of the furnace. But he changed. He was a stand-up fellow once. Now, not so much. I'm told he's still building an army of puppets and marching them on the cathedral. How did this nightmare come to be? Please, you must stop him before he does any more harm. Before all this, I'm told he's... How did this nightmare come to be?
Okay. Now we're gonna backtrack and do some fighting that we passed already. This says, Venini's a jerk. I want to make as much as Venina's butler puppet does. So the easiest way to fight the puppet of tomorrow is back across this bridge. That's why we used that over there, so we don't have to walk past these guys to get to this ladder. You could easily use, there's a Stargazer over there behind them, but every time you go to that one, you got to come through those guys, and you could just run past them. It's just easier to do it the way I did. You don't have to do it that way, but I think it's easier. So these things attack on like a pattern all the time. You stand, oh my god. You stand between the legs, you won't get hit when he spins. But they do step on you. The pattern, and they act differently depending on what stage you're in. Come on, get him. Get him. There we go. That hurt. That hurt. There we go. You get some quartz. Ton of Ergo. Booster glaive blade with the booster glaive handle, which I hear is an excellent weapon. I haven't used it very much. Let's see, do I have enough health? No, we're gonna go back to that Stargazer, and I'm going to get all my pulse cells re-upped because we got an actually good fight coming up here. That's going to be difficult, much more difficult than the fight we just did. just backtracking just a little bit. So we've cleared this whole side over there. We've cleared this path here. So this is the next path. We need to go up the stairs to the right in this room over here. We didn't do this room at all. Two of these guys. Doctor's Confessions. My name is Clark Shore. People call me People call me Dr. Cure-All. I intend to confess my sins. I made innumerable medicine sales under the guise of it being a cure-all. At first, even I was sure about my experiment. Early on, the cure really was effective in neutralizing the petrification disease. And why would the great alchemist's records be wrong? I know I stole it, but I perfectly followed the manufacturing process. My cure was perfect. But what went wrong? I dare not record what the ones who got treatment turned into. That was literally hell, and when I realized that I was the gatekeeper who opened the doors, I ran away. How can I atone for my sin? I only tried to treat patients and earn a few extra coins. I'm dying, and this is my penitence. I also have the petrification disease, but I'm not getting the cure. I'd rather turn to stone and freeze to death. God, please forgive me for my terrible sins. That's Dr. Clark Shore. I wish I had a pad on me so I could write that down. So I've been meaning to really take notes on the lore so I could remember it much better than I have. No, wait a damn second. How do we get to that room? Wait a second here. Oh shit, it's right here. Man, I almost missed this room. I think I did miss it last time I played. Yep, have you seen this eccentric? Hot off the press news this month again. This month's eccentric is Mr. J, a gentleman who caused a stir by marrying a puppet. That's Julian. Is it because this custom-made puppet is so beautifully made, or that Mr. J's peculiarities even he was unaware of suddenly burst? Mr. J fell in love with the maid puppet at first sight, and they got married even in the face of his family's opposition. But the lover's secret wedding faced ruin. The enraged family stormed in. The husband was confused. The puppet bride was greatly damaged. She clearly had a soul. We love each other. Gentleman J, who became his family's headache, still makes the same claims. He's even fixing his bride and redoing the wedding. The tragedy was all made possible because of Krot's advanced puppet technology. Let's all listen to our families now. Haha. The Have You Seen This Eccentric corner will continue next month. Alright, so let's keep moving here. That's great. I missed that lore piece last time, and I was wondering how he was supposed to know that his wife was a maid. It all comes around later on. But man, that's all great. I'm glad that I read that. It ties in so much.
All puppets must die.
This is where I get my mask.
Oh, it's the only way to be sure.
I love this mask.
All puppets must die. Every single one. I hear the sound of springs inside you. You're a puppet too. You can't fool me.
Shit, I meant to put on my people killer
All puppets
amulet.
die.
He's tough. This guy's actually
Kill the
tough.
puppets.
Best way to kill this guy
I can't tell what's blood and what's oil.
is to get behind him. He's good though. Oh, what happened? What the fuck, EA? An EA account just tried to sign in.
I can't tell what's blood and what's oil.
I broke his weapon. Not that it hurts any less. I mean, it does. It can still hurt you a lot, but it is broken.
I wish I'd known.
There we go. Stalker's Promise, Survivor Mask, and Survivor's Hunting Apparel.
I was afraid to die.
Sorry, Leo, I was afraid to die. Alright, so these are those doors that we walked past when we cleared out this hallway earlier. You can go down these stairs here. Probably the fastest way is down those stairs. Up these ones at this point. And back on towards the end of this level. We're getting really close to done with this level. Depending on how well I do against the boss, we might finish this stage up in 15-20 minutes. Let's double check that we got everything here. I believe we did. I believe this whole section is cleared out now. We got there, we got that room, we got down there. Yeah, everything's cleared out. Okay, so now we're going to keep moving forward through the level. And it's this way. I read this already. It says Vanini's a jerk. I want to make as much as Vanini's Butlet Pupper does. Butlet Puppler? Butler Puppet. Butlet Pupper. It's Pupper Butlet. Tell you what, I should have took a leak before we started the stream. Anyways, let's go back over here. Like 15 minutes. See if he's got anything new to say. Nah, he's got nothing new to say. Hold up, bruh. We're gonna... That re-ups our pulse cells and we'll move forward. I'm actually gonna stay upstairs instead of dropping down. I'll show you why. You can go down, but we're gonna move across these scaffolding or whatever you want to call it, beams, and they do throw shit at you, so be careful and keep moving. Descartes notes, the puppet cannot refuse the Grand Covenant imprinted upon manufacturer. It must obey the creator's orders and cannot harm humans. But look at that puppet that was once called Fuoco. Is the Grand Covenant flawed? The once faithful puppet now kills humans. It creates puppets instead of fire. It obeys something else other than humans. It's as if someone is controlling it, or it has a mind of its own, as if there's a king of puppets somewhere. It's foreshadowing. Is it pretending to be human? Is it a simple defect? This requires further investigation. It's surprising. Fuoco's actions were not simple obedience, but faith. Fuoco worships something as God. I heard there's a king of puppets on Rosa Isabel Street. That must be what's controlling the puppets of Krot, but a puppet having a human ego is a problem from another dimension. There is still a puppet secret that I don't know about. Ergo is probably the key, but those guys are awakening like humans more quickly as days go by. Someone has to stop them before it's too late for the sake of all humans. Oh shit, Anwa. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Wow, that's, you know, you're the first person to ever donate. Thank you so much for that. It's really cool of you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. I'm gonna get some coffee with that. Thank you very much. Oh, I love this game. This game is my game of the year, like, by far. Like, I didn't play Baldur's Gate 3, but this is my favorite game of the year by far. I love this game. I'm reading the book, The Adventures of Pinocchio, right now because of it. The characters are based on Carlo Collodi's The Adventures of Pinocchio. So yeah, I just love it. I absolutely love it. Let's see, here we get to jump across that. Gonna grab that, kill these guys, and then we'll drop down. We're almost done with this level. Hey, what's that? We get a subscriber? I heard a noise. I'm streaming to multiple platforms right now. We're streaming on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter, as a matter of fact. I think that noise meant somebody subscribed, but I don't see it here. So, well, thank you. I'm going to assume it's Anwa, so thank you very much. But I really don't know. I don't see anything. You would think all these screens, I've got 3 screens here, it should tell me what's going on. But I don't know. Thank you for that. Okay, let's keep moving forward here. So now that I've killed everything up top, we're going to actually drop down. It's going to make fighting that big guy a lot easier when I don't have a bunch of people throwing things at me, right? And that's the point of clearing out the top. That's so generous of you. Really, it is. That's incredibly thankful. Thank you so much. Very cool of you. Thank you so much. You made my night. I've never had a donation like that before, and you made 2. Thank you so much. That's the first $8 I've made streaming. Actually, the truth is, I used to make videos on YouTube a lot. Like before they changed like a few years ago, they changed how you become monetized for them, and I used to make like $100 every like year and a half, but they changed how you qualify for that, and I don't anymore. I'm not even like truly I don't call it a partner. What do they call it? I guess it's kind of like a YouTube partner or something, but oh, this guy's kicking my ass right now. But yeah, but that's been many years since that all happened. Well, thank you. I'm working on getting my ability to be a YouTube partner back right now. I'm really close to it, actually. I need like 4,000 watch hours in a year, and I've got like 3,500, so really close. So close. Alright, here we go. Oh, I love this game. I love it so much. And I played it so much, too. To be honest, I've got like 100 and maybe 130 hours. I can tell you here once we beat this guy and I save the game, we'll figure out exactly how much hours I got. But yeah, I love the game. It's like they took everything from like From Software and the Souls series, you know, like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and all those games, and they took everything that everybody complains about and made it better. Like, it's easier to find quest markers and things like that. They just improved upon a really good it's a really good, what would you call it, like pattern. They improved upon it. The formula that Souls games go by, they just took the best parts of it and kept it, and then they improved upon the worst parts of it. It just made an excellent game. And you know what they did that really impressed me? This game has been this good since day one. They didn't release it broken. They didn't release a half-made game. They released a full polished game day one, and you got to respect that, especially because nobody's doing that right now. So shout out to NeoWiz and Round 8 and Noff. Those are the 3 names that pop up again. I think it's Round 8 Studios, NeoWiz, and Noff. Shout out to those devs. Actually, they're gonna make next. I don't know if it's gonna be a DLC. Well, let me just wait for this intro, then I'll say it. Yeah, it's so good. It's really good. The weapon I'm using isn't great for fighting puppets, because puppets are susceptible to electricity, not fire. Especially, I mean, this guy's shooting fire at me, and I'm fighting him with fire, right? The one thing that the game is... Oh, man, he hit me hard. The one thing that I wish they did have... Oh, man, he hits hard. It's like a truck. multiplayer co-op. They don't have any co-op at all. This is like not a real person obviously playing with me. It's co-op, but it's a NPC, you know. There we go. We almost got him. Oh shit, he's almost got me. Get him! Oh man! There we go. Almost missed him. Yeah, there is no like true multiplayer. I hope they add it. Shit, shot fire at us. Oh! Man, he might kill me. It's really close to dying here. That'll happen in New Game 3, I guess, right? There we go. Got him. Oh, get him. Come on. I think we got him. As long as I don't do something dumb. Yeah, we got him. One of the cool things about this game, you can see what he's talking at the bottom. It said, "Oh, Flames, my king," or something. But when the first time you play it, you do not understand anything the puppets are saying. Anytime something comes up, it's all, you're unable to read it. So you learn more about the story as it goes through. It's so good. There was something else that I was trying to mention before that fight started. I completely forgot what I was going to say, though. But I love the game. It's been great. It's been so good. Oh, yeah. So, Vanini asked us to find Pulcinella, which in the Adventures of Pinocchio, the book, Pulcinella is another puppet. He works for the puppet. He works in a puppet store, in a puppet show. So Pulcinella is, where is Pulcinella? He's here somewhere. He's right back there. That's him right there. He's dead. Another thing that they do.
What do we have here? A broken butler puppet. Now, I seem to remember someone on the second floor. Think it belongs to him? We gotta ask what happened sometime. Now's good.
So in, like, say Elden Ring or whatever, there's almost never anything happy, right? There's everything's sad. Everything is so bleak. But not this game. They actually have, like, there's some, like, good things do happen to certain characters and NPCs. Not everybody ends dead and unhappy in this game, which I think is nice. Okay, so we're gonna run back to Vanini, Mr. Lorenzini Vanini, and we're gonna tell him we found his puppet, and then he's gonna tell me to meet him back at the hotel, I believe. And then it's a bunch of basically lore stuff that we'll be doing, so there won't be any fighting, but I do have to go through the lore stuff as well before we can move into chapter 4 for the next live stream. Yeah. It's not that there's anything wrong with sadness, right? I mean, a lot of it's very dark, and a lot of the stuff in here, oh shit, that guy's chasing me. A lot of it's very dark in here too, but there are some happy endings too. Like, there is some stuff that makes you genuinely happy you did it, right? Like, not everybody's worse off because you came through. Hey, Mr. Lorenzini Vanini, my guy, what's up?
Ah, you're back! And you found... Oh, dear. Pulcinella. They really did a number on you. Pulcinella was proof that puppets possess true courage. I will not rest until I have revived him. But there will be ample time for that. First, I must thank you for a truly heroic piece of work.
Oh, good. Good, yeah.
factory
You
is
should
ours
totally
again.
play through. It's so worth it.
The puppets are going to
It's
be
tough.
in really
Very
bad
tough the
shape
first time through. It
after
gets a
this.
little easier as you go through.
Let us return to the hotel and rest while we can.
It gets easier because you're able to upgrade your P organ with different, you know, buffs. That makes it easier. So it definitely does get easier as you go along. I think, you know, the bosses get a little tougher each time you play, but you also get more money every time you kill something as you go through the new games. So you're able to level up faster. I think it gets slightly easier as you go along.
I cannot shake the thought of that puppet army. What they meant to do.
There is some truly sad stuff in this game
Cathedral is
too,
filled
like
with
truly
refugees.
heartbreaking stuff.
People who thought they were safe.
Which is great,
That's
right?
for
Like
the
that's what you
future
want,
to
like
solve.
a
Maintenance
little bit of
must
everything,
come
happiness,
first.
sadness. It's all got to be
See
there.
you
Which,
at Hotel
that's
Kra.
why, you know, video games are the
Arrivederci.
greatest medium for entertainment, right? Value per dollar per hour, it's great. And truly great video games are just so good.
I cannot shake the thought. But that's for the future to solve.
All right.
I cannot. But that's for the.
Okay, so he wants us to go back to the hotel because we cleared out. This is Vanini Works, the puppet factory, which is interesting because he owns the puppet factory, and Pulcinella is he's a puppet, and he's in the puppet show. He works for the puppeteer, right? So it's almost like Vanini's the puppeteer since he owns the puppet factory. They're almost like parallels, not like in the way they're designed, because the puppeteer has a long black beard all the way down to the floor. He walks on it. He's a scary looking dude. Vanini is not, but there's some similar things to it. So the question is, how long did you take your first playthrough? And it takes me about 40 hours per playthrough still. Like, I'm getting like 40 hours per. So like at New Game 3, I'm at like 130 some hours. So 40, roughly 40 hours per, which is great, right? I think that's a nice and long. I mean, you could run through it a lot faster than I am doing it, but I explore everything, even though I've already been through it all multiple times. I just enjoy it. I am trying to understand the lore better too, because it's so deep. The lore is so good. And then the parallels between the book and the lore is great too. And I'm reading the book now, so I'm just learning about those parallels. I don't remember. I know I saw like the movie Pinocchio when I was a kid, but I don't remember any of it. At least I don't remember what I'm reading in this book. I mean, the book is completely different than what I remember. Looks to be a mix of everything. I still remember the first trailer of the game was mind-blowing. I'm trying to think if I ever saw the trailer. I think I saw... You know what? I think the first time I saw this game was the demo. There was a demo for it, and I was like, man, I'm going to play that demo. I was just finished playing Elden Ring and Bloodborne at the time. And I played the demo, and it's like, oh my god, this game is perfect for me. It's like the exact type of game that I want to play. So actually, when the game came out, even though I have Game Pass, I went and bought the deluxe edition of the game so I could support the devs. And I'm happy I did too, because they didn't disappoint. You know, like I said, they dropped the game as polished. It's polished since day one. It's totally playable, and especially with the like how like Xbox games like Forza Motorfest, Motorsport and Halo, all these games that like you expected Xbox to really care about. Not that I'm playing on Xbox, well I am, but I'm playing on PC, but I'm playing through Game Pass where I bought the game. But anyways, so many games, CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk, they're just releasing broken, and it's just so nice that they didn't release this game broken. They released it perfectly. Yeah, and what I like, it's just, it almost says, it's really good. I like exploration too and going through the lore of each character. Yeah, I wish I was better at it, to be honest. Like, I read a lot about it. I'm still reading like Bloodborne lore and like mostly Bloodborne lore, and there's so little I understood about that game when I played it. I played it a lot. I played like 4 or 5 playthroughs of Bloodborne. I played the DLC and everything. I still didn't get it, you know, like, so I think they're a little bit better here with explaining the lore, but there's still a lot that's like you have to fill in some of the gaps too. It's not all spoon-fed to you, which is, you know, the one of the things I do like about these type of games too is you got to do a little bit digging for yourself to truly understand what's going on. It's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm also cool with not understanding everything. So right now, this is the end of chapter 3. We're actually just working our way through to the first Stargazer of chapter 4, which is the Malum district. Once I get there, I'm going to teleport back to the hotel. Oh, it was closer than this. We still got a little bit to go. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. Bati Vidya. I've heard that. I've read that. I've never actually seen the channel myself. I mean, yeah, I've never actually seen the channel myself, but people, Jesus, I'm getting blasted. But people mention that channel often. Crap. And you can block the... When they're throwing stuff at you, you can block it. Like, I don't have to just let it hit me. I can block it. I really should check it out though, because I do love the lore. Was it Zuli the Witch? There's a few that are like really popular that I'm aware of. I think I've gotten everything here. Oh no, we almost missed this one. So now I'll drop down and get all these guys on the bottom. You know, I don't think so. No, I haven't run into any of those. That's a good question. There are no mimic chests here that I'm aware of. I don't think so. I don't recall catching any of them. I did actually go through like my first 3 playthroughs like without finding every normal weapon. I was on Reddit and someone was talking about a weapon that I had never seen, and I was like, wait a second, where did you get that weapon at? So it's possible that I missed it, but I don't think there is. I don't think there's any mimic chests. Do you stream? Oh, here we go. We got a firefight. Alright, let's get ready. See if I can. Oh, I can't. I was gonna fire up some electricity on this thing, but that's the one thing I don't like about this weapon. You can't apply any other status to it. Oh, my friends sometime use my channel. I just love gaming. Yeah. Sometimes I like to stream and sometimes I don't like to stream, right? Sometimes I just want to be gaming like without, you know, streaming. But typically I prefer streaming, but I do like just not having to be presentable when I'm gaming all the time, like not having to shave or whatever. All right, I think this is it. We're at the Malum district. This is chapter 4, Moonlight Town. I said Malum district? Oh man, Moonlight Town is where we're headed to. Yeah, Moonlight Town is in the Malum district. So yeah, that's chapter 4, part 1. So we're gonna stop moving forward now. I'm gonna go to Hotel Krat. And we'll catch up on all the lore at Hotel Krat, and that will be the end of the stream for today for this game. I'm gonna move from this game, meet up with some people that are playing Forza Motorsport tonight, and I may stream then as well. But the thing about that is I won't be streaming on my PC. I'll be playing on the wheel. When I'm on the wheel, it's tough to communicate with people because I can see everything you're writing now because I have on my computer screens. But when I'm on my wheel, I don't play on PC. I play on Xbox on the TV. And I can only check what people are writing in between. So just a heads up if anybody decides to watch that stream as well. I do check the chat then, but it takes me longer. Okay, so this is in the book. She's in the book as well, Sophia. Her name isn't Sophia in the book as far as I know. They call her the Pretty Blue Fairy. The Pretty Blue Fairy saved Pinocchio's life. At one point she calls herself a sister. I'm like halfway through the book, so there may be a lot more to that, but she's in the book as well.
I'll use my power to help you.
Hey, thank you again, Anwa. That's so nice of you. I'm definitely getting some coffee. I drink a lot of coffee, so I'm definitely getting some coffee on you, so thank you very much. You know, to be honest, I've never had a tip before, so I don't even know how that works. I don't even know how I get it, but I'll have to look into it afterwards. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. They used to send me a check, like I said, when I was a YouTube partner way back in the day, like 10 years ago. I would get a check in the mail, like I said, it was like they would send like $100 every time I got it. And it would take me like a year and a half, 2 years to ever get up to $100. But I would get a check every year and a half for $100, and that was, you know, plenty for me. I was just happy to be getting anything, right? It was cool to get a check from Google. It says Google on it. Always cool. Yeah, Google. Yeah. All right, so let's see what she's got to say about Sophia's power.
Wield ergo. They call me a listener because I can hear ergo. I inherited the power from my mother, who hated it, called it the devil's power. So I kept it a secret that I could talk to puppets. Now you are the only one my voice reaches. So I beg you, please, save Krat.
Okay, that's all we have to talk to her about. I believe Vanini. Yeah, here's Vanini.
If it isn't my savior. Glad to see you made it back in one piece, my friend. There you are, my boy. My savior, yes, that's the word. You took back the factory, and I cannot thank you enough. Without the factory, no more new puppets. The army has run out of recruits. My friend, you saved, well, all of us. But listen to me going on and on about my concerns, and I don't believe I've even introduced myself. Signor Lorenzini Venigni. Gentlemen, bon vivant, and at the moment, utterly at your service, my friend. If the name Venigni rings no bells, perhaps you've
thanks,
heard of Krat's
hope to see you again. Thank you for coming by, and thank you so much for the tips. It's really great of you. Have a nice night.
Just two of
Thanks
the
for
many
coming by.
names I've collected in my 3 decades here on Earth. While I sincerely believe meeting Venigni is its own reward,
I hated Vanini when I first met him, but he's actually one of the best characters in the game.
Please,
as far as
take
I'm
this.
concerned.
My newest
He's actually a
prototype.
good dude.
It'll be safe with you. It's a grinder stone that keeps granting special attributes to the grinder. I hope you'll put it
Thanks
to
for hanging
good
out. Appreciate
use.
it. You hung out like almost the whole stream too, because we're done. You've been here for a while, so thank you so much for hanging out.
Then my eyes do not deceive me. I never imagined I'd actually see it again, and in the flesh, so to speak. I just designed it, set it aside, and never got back to it. Genius and acclaim can keep one quite preoccupied, I'm afraid. You are really interested in the arm, I see. Then, my friend, you shall have it. It just needs a few mechanical adjustments to fit your, particular needs. And frankly, this design is almost child's play to me now, so let's start by making it a bit stronger, shall we? I will also add what we brilliant inventors call modularity. That means it will be much easier to improve and repair since you'll be able to use commonly found parts. You might say this arm's new abilities are Legion. No? Too much? It was too much.
One of the things I did, there's this game called Crystalla coming out. It's a Souls game. I love Souls games. Basically, my favorite type of games to play are Souls games, and like racing games as well. But Crystalla, they are crowdfunding the game, I believe. Like, anyways, or maybe, I don't know how close they are to done. The game has a demo, but I tweeted at the people who make the game, and I was asking them if I could do some voice acting, because would love to do some voice acting. Love to be on the radio, love streaming, right, because of that. But I'd love to do some voice acting, so I reached out to them, asked them if I could do some voice acting, obviously for free. I said I'd do it for free, just love to get the chance to do it. And I actually have done some on YouTube. My buddy made YouTube videos, pretty funny ones too, and I got the chance to play like, that was Mike Evans in one of his videos. But, so they messaged me back, which is the whole point. I messaged them, they messaged me back, they said they're not casting yet, but they will at some point, so I'm hoping when that comes around that I can actually get some voice acting done. That'd be really cool for me.
I always welcome friends. May I be of service?
I don't need to switch my grinder stone. We've got temporarily increases weapon stagger. I should be using that more often. About Pulcinella. Tell me more about Pulcinella.
Of course you're curious. Pulcinella has been restored thanks to you. In a small way. Mostly it was me, but you know, genius never rests. Except for beauty rest.
That's why I hated him.
Isn't
He's like,
just my butler.
but he's great,
He's
actually.
my family. The only one I have left, really. I won't forget what you've done for us. If you ever need anything or find yourself in a spot of trouble, call on your friend Venigni. I always welcome...
Tell me about the puppet frenzy.
No one, not even I, know what started the puppet frenzy. Why? That day of all days. It was horrible. A violent rampage of murder and mayhem that is seared into my memory for all time. And it was never supposed to happen again. I made sure of it. Designed a few special parts to ensure they'd remain loyal. Puppet armies do not arise by chance. There was intent behind this. I don't want to leap to conclusions, but the only one I know with that kind of power is the King of Puppets himself. We need to learn how this happened.
Okay, I think that's it for catching up with the lore here. Oh, let's talk to Pulcinella.
Buongiorno.
Bonjour.
And welcome to the House of Venini. I am Master Venini's Major Domo, Pulcinella, at your service, sir. The House of Venini carries only the finest in luxury merchandise. I believe you'll find all items to be both superior quality and distinguished provenance. I am certain you will be able to find something that suits you, sir. At the House of Venini, even priceless things have a price. Every item is a treasure of distinguished quality and superior provenance.
I think I got all these already. I'll buy them anyways to have enough money to get all of them, so we will. And I think I could probably sell some things too. Oh yeah, we got a ton of Ergo sitting around. Now, if you're playing your first playthrough, do not sell the Parade Leader's Ergo, the Broken Heroes Ergo, all these rare Ergos that comes from the Parade Master, the Scrapped Watchman, and Fuoco. Don't sell those. I'm going to, because I've already traded them in every time that I need to. But in your first playthrough, you will eventually come to a merchant that you can trade this stuff to for amulets and rare weapons. You actually have to go through 2 times total to get all the amulets and the weapons. But if you sell them, you need to go through 3 times, which is what I did. I didn't know, and I sold them, and I had to play a 3rd time. Doesn't matter. I'm like my 5th playthrough anyways. But you know, just for you guys to know, just so you know. I think this is everything we need to do. Let's see what she's got to say. Stargazer. Yeah, we don't need to talk to her about that stuff. We can check in with her. It's good to check in with everybody just in case there's something important.
People have no thanks for keeping.
Nothing there. I think I clicked this one already once.
That book reminds me. Have you ever heard the fairy tale about a mischievous wooden puppet?
The one called The Adventures of Pinocchio?
All of Krot knows the story. All because of someone who loved that story more than anyone else.
Probably somebody named Carlo.
But this is strange. I do not recall who exactly was that someone.
Probably Carlo. Alright, let's see. You have anything to say? Okay, so one other thing that I want to stress that you guys are doing is that every time you get your ports, you're going to use it in your P organ. You can use that after you've rescued Geppetto. You have access to the P organ. And you can see if this chair has that gold dots coming out of it, that means you have some ports that you can use. See, mine is almost completely filled. I have one to do, and that's it. This is the last one that I can do. And I'll have unlocked every single thing that you can get by the end of this playthrough for sure. Like, really soon, actually. You got anything you want to tell me there, Geppetto?
Remember, I didn't design every puppet in Krot. It is not surprising that some puppets broke away from the Grand Covenant. I've no idea how many. I remember a few Ergo puppets behaving according to their own volition before the frenzy. That wasn't our intention. They were never designed to act that way. But if a puppet starts acting on its own, does that mean the puppet has free will? Or is someone else controlling the puppet? The city of Krot. It's probably not how you remember it, eh? Ask me any questions, and I'll fill in the gaps.
Well, we are heading to the Malum district. Right? Son of a bitch. I don't really remember. Are these in order? Are we heading to Frangelico's Cathedral next? We are heading to... I believe we're heading to the Malum district next. Who knows? Hey, Tim. We'll figure it out once they tell me where I'm going. But that's gonna be it for this playthrough. What's up, Tim? I'm about to jump into some motorsport, my friend. What are you doing? You want to jump into some motorsport with us?
I'll use my power to help you.
A lot of people online think this song is like the best. You, baby. That joke goes like this. I say, "What's up, Tim?" And he says, "You, baby." So, but it's tough to see when it's written out. But that's how that joke works. So when you go online to like the Lies of P Reddit, and people talk about, because all these songs in here are made for the game. They're composed for the game, and none of them will trigger copyright warnings, so you can stream them. But this song right here, called Feel, continuously comes up as like, people love this song. They love this one. It's not my favorite, but I think it's very good. My favorite, gosh, which one's mine? Mine has a lot of like humming in it, I think. Could be Misty. Let me take a look, see if I can think of which one it is. I think it might be Memory of Beach. Music's great in this game. It's excellent. And when you're playing the game, so since I've already listened to all these records multiple times, when you're going through the game and the game gives you a new record, they're like, here's a new record, you have to take it here to the record player and you play the record like as soon as you get here, and then run around and do all your lore stuff, because you have to listen to the whole record all the way through, and then it'll affect your springs and eventually affect your heart. So it's important that when you get a new record, you play it when you listen to the whole thing. If you cut it off early, you don't get the effect on your puppet springs. I think it's this one. Memory of Beach is my favorite. It's either that one or... yeah, I think it's Memory of Beach is my favorite. So that's that. Yeah, this is it. Okay, my name is Mike. You can catch me on Twitch at StillNFAC, that's one word. And you can find me on YouTube at Not Fooling Around Crew, that's two words. You can join me and Tim and Anwa. I don't know, Anwa's not at the Discord, but Anwa, you're welcome to join us at the Discord. It's the Not Fooling Around Crew Discord server. There's an invitation to that in my bio, and of course everybody's welcome to that. So thanks everybody who came around, Mata and Tim and Anwa, and everybody who came by and didn't say anything. I appreciate you as well. Thanks for lurking, hanging out, and checking out the stream. That's gonna be it for me today at this game. I don't know what Frank Zappa Montana means. Is that what the song reminds you of? Is this actually one of the songs? So many good ones here. I'm gonna Google Frank Zappa Montana real quick. I like this one too. Alright, but we're gonna play this one right here real quick. Oh shit, I can't do that because the stream is up on my phone too. Oh well. Anyways, that's it. See you later, guys. Tim, if you'd like to play Motorsport with me, I'll be jumping in Motorsport in just a minute here. Maybe later tonight, maybe we can jump in Motorfest if you want to do some Motorsport, but I'll be jumping into Motorsport here any second. So that's it. See you guys. I'm out. Thank you for hanging out. Liza P, my game of the year 2023. Oh shit. I'm pretty sure that's a joke. I don't think you're moving to Montana, and I certainly don't think you're going to raise a crop of dental floss. So I'm like 98% sure that you're fucking with me right now, Tim. All right.